Is
7 a.m. and it's now time for the Morning Watch with Mr. Stokeley Marshall. Today, the Morning Watch is brought to you with a kind sponsorship of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, providing opportunity, stability, and social protection.
NIS pensioners, avoid the wait. Get your NIS pension straight to your bank account. It's easy. Simply visit the Ministry of Labor and Social Security's website, mlss.gov.jm, or the nearest NIS office and collect the direct deposit application form. Then complete the form and submit it along with supporting documents to the NIS office nearest you. Avoid crowds and long lines. Get your money when you want it. The National Insurance Scheme, always working for you.
Hello and welcome to the Morning Watch on Love 101 FM, the number one gospel station in Jamaica. I'm your host, Stokeley Marshall. A special welcome to our listeners on love101.org. And if you are overseas and on the move, US listeners can access us at 712-832-8001 and in the UK 0330-332-6541, or join us via the Love 101 FM app that can be downloaded from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. You can also check us out on Love 101 FM Facebook Live and YouTube Live in the main watch today. Copyright laws, artificial intelligence, and artists. And in the second watch, granting wishes. Well, let us see what granting wishes will be all about. In our social media question, we ask, what is your wish for Christmas? What is your wish for Christmas? Well, for those who celebrate Christmas and for those who believe in wishes. Share your responses on our Facebook or YouTube, Love 101 FM Jamaica Live, and also WhatsApp comments and voice notes to 876-997-3125 using the hashtag The Morning Watch. We'll share your conversation on the program, but first, here's our quote.
Good morning. Today's I quote says, "You can tell a man's character from his choices." And this one is another quote from David Parson.
You can tell a man's character from his choices, or you can tell a woman's character from her choices.
Right.
Excellent I quote. Mr. Dyer.
Yes. Good morning. How are you?
So give the exhortation on it now.
We can go to break. Bless you.
Waiting on the exhortation, Pastor Dyer. Don't just leave us hanging like that. Thank you so much. Very interesting. I quote. The main watch. We'll be back after this break.
Listeners to Love 101 FM are advised that the views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of Love 101 FM.
Training men to treat you right. Sounds like a discussion you'd want to have, don't? But let's have it from the man perspective. Join us on the mailbox this Wednesday, November 22 at 5:30 p.m. with your usual co-hosts Kevin Bailey and Courtney Morrison for Training Men to Treat Women Right. That's the family station, Love 101, celebrating 30 years of music, family, and love.
Yes. Strong man, integrity man, I am a man. Hey man.
Another World of Worship Wednesday is coming your way inside Alive 1 to 5, November 22, 2023, packed with worship, fun, and information. Stick around for the brain testing Menticize at 1:45. Power Blast will come your way at 2 o'clock. More power, more power. 2:15, we feature Shanna Wilson as our worship artist of the day. At 3 p.m., we bring you the hot topic. Join us to find out what's trending. All this and more will come your your way inside Alive 1 to 5 p.m. This World of Worship Wednesday, November 22, with Sarah and the Sherpy One on the family station Love 101, celebrating 30 years of music, family, and love.
The Welcome Park New Testament Church of God celebrates 60 years of faithful and impactful service. Here's what's coming up in the homecoming celebrations.
It's a sing ting. Wednesday, November 22 at 6:30 p.m. in the sanctuary at 65 Waltham Park Road. Oh, what singing and dancing! It will be a grand celebration. Then, on Friday, November 24, all are invited to 65 Connect at 65 Waltham Park Road at 7 p.m. It is a time to connect and reminisce. Refreshments will be available. Saturday morning, November 25, we meet for prayer at 6:30 a.m. in the sanctuary at 65 Waltham Park Road. Prayer boxes will be available to place your requests. Moving on up, staying the course. And we culminate our celebrations with our 60th anniversary service and Lord's Supper on Sunday, November 26th at 9 a.m. Moving on up, staying the course. Waltham Park New Testament Church of God celebrates 60 years of God's faithfulness and unswerving service and commitment to the Waltham Gardens community and Jamaica. Be a part of this awesome celebration.
Welcome back to the Morning Watch. I'm your host, Stokeley Marshall. We are in the first watch. Now, interestingly, there is a quote in terms of a news article in the Jamaica Observer dated November the 18th, 2023. It reads, among other things, it's a quotation: country singers, romance novelists, video game artists, and voice actors are appealing to the US government for relief as soon as possible from the threat that artificial intelligence poses to their livelihoods. In the Jamaican context, what does that mean in terms of our copyright laws? And artificial intelligence, singers, DJs, actors, actresses, whether on stage or on film, persons who can, take great photographs, etc., etc., etc. Well, let us explore how AI, artificial intelligence, AI can have what is promising to be, I shouldn't even say the word promising, but what is posing to be a deleterious threat or risk for many persons in the artistic world. We have as our guest today, Andrea Davis, co-author of UNESCO Caribbean AI Policy Roadmap, author of the white paper on the extension of Jamaica's copyright protection term. We also have online Vivian Rose. Mr. Rose is the manager of the Copyright and Related Rights branch of the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office. Mr. Rose and Andrea Davis, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, this matter of AI is no joke. Getting right into it, what is the relationship, if any, between copyright laws, artificial intelligence, and artists? Explain what is happening in the USA and how that could potentially affect us here in the beautiful island of Jamaica. Mr. Rose, would you like to start?
Certainly, Mr. Marshall. All right, so the relationship between copyright and AI is, well, I can view it in two ways. So first, let me just advise your listeners what a copyright is. So copyright is the legal right which is afforded to creators of creative works to do a number of things. So reproduce that work, distribute the work, perform the work, communicate the work to the wider public. It also affords you the right to be recognized as the author. So The issue now with or the relation between AI and copyright is one where you have the generative AI, where if not familiar, I don't know if you're familiar with them, but like for Chat GTP or others, you may just type in write an essay on Jamaica, for example, and it will draw information from a various number of sources, and it will give you an essay. So the first issue with copyright now is where is the AI getting this information from? Because it's not just drawing it out of thin air; it has to be coming from a source. So
So in so doing, arguably the AI is in fact breaching our copyright.
yes, because it would have to be taking it from sources which already exist.
So stop putting your content online.
I certainly
I'm
wouldn't
jumping 10
advise.
steps ahead. I'm jumping 10 steps ahead. Don't email it. Don't post it online. Don't put it on a website. Put it in a regular envelope. Call it old time days. And if you want to send it to a publisher, put it in the mail by surface mail. It will get there. Right, right, Andrew Davis.
Correct to a point. However, we are
Hold
about to
that thought,
cross the
Andrew
line.
Davis. hold the thought, Andrew Davis. I'm going to ask Mr. Rose to finish his point. I know that I invited you to comment, by the way, but I want Mr. Rose to finish his point, and then we come to you.
No problem.
Yes. So when the AI is taking the information from various sources,
Online.
Online copyright requires that you have permission, and that if you're using somebody's word, there is some form of compensation, right? So if it's just taking it from the source,
So
those
the
two
AI
are
is
not.
stealing your work. It is stealing your work. You want to say the word stealing?
You can say, yeah. Well, that's
Or you
basically what it is.
or you can't say that for whatever reason, legal reason or otherwise.
It's taking the work without permission.
It's taking the work without permission. That's a very diplomatic way of putting it. Mr. Rose, hold that thought one moment, please. Let's bring in Andrew Davis for the break. Andrew Davis, you are the co-author of a United Nations entity, UNESCO, Caribbean AI Policy and Roadmap. Am I correct? That's
Correct.
how. So you would you like to assist us because
Well,
I'm the one saying that AI is stealing the work. Mr. Rose doesn't want to say it that way. He said taking the work without permission. Isn't that what stealing is?
well. By definition, I think he has affirmed your point. However, in a more diplomatic way, but it is paramount to stealing, and that's one of the challenges.
It
Right
is
now.
paramount to stealing. So you're a little bit diplomatic too, but not as diplomatic as Mr. Rose.
No, our intellectual property, as in the owner's intellectual property, by and large, copyright is artistic, literary, or music, and all of those works are the first line to fall in this transition we are entering in, or that we are now in, between a human-centric world and a machine-centric world.
And for legal
and of
reasons,
course,
I will. And for
immunize
legal
Jamaica.
reasons, I will say that I'm not making any reference to any specific brand. I saw Mr. Rose making reference to certain brands. I don't know about those.
That's your disclaimer. But in reality, the input-output balance that is the model for AI, this generative AI, as he termed it, this new frontier technology that really has exploded since 2018. It marks a transition from AI in our grandparents' days, because AI has been here for a while in evolution, but it took a leap in 2018. With the technology now being able to write code for itself. That is a massive turning point in the history of humanity, and one
And
that
it's
is
being
now
said in
having very people
it's
who are
also
pushing
it's
it,
also
now calling for us to restrain because it's going too fast.
they're also saying that AI is sensory. It almost as if it has feelings.
They're trying to have it have feelings. They're trying to have it have more human-like qualities, including creativity. And this is where the challenge comes for our creatives and for any human being who has an idea, really, because it starts now with copyright-related industries, but it's going to be both vertical and horizontal. The impact of AI, it's going to affect every industry across the board, none barred. Having said that,
hold that, Andrew Davis, because I see where we are already upon a break. Listeners, do not go anywhere at all. We'll be right back at the morning watch.
The time is now 7:15 a.m. We want to remind you that the Morning Watch is brought to you by the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, providing opportunity, stability, and social protection.
Another World of Worship Wednesday is coming your way inside Alive 1 to 5, November 22, 2023, packed with worship, fun, and information. Stick around for the brain testing Menticize at 1:45. Power Blast will come your way at 2 o'clock. More power, more power. 2:15, we feature Shanna Wilson as our worship artist of the day. At 3 p.m., we bring you the hot topic. Join us to find out what's trending. All this and more will come your way inside Alive 1 to 5 p.m. This World of Worship Wednesday, November 22, with Sarah and the Chirpy One on the family station Love 101, celebrating 30 years of music, family, and love.
Mama work hard, for real. She do the most to send me and my brother go school. So, the dream was always to go to university. Well, I fulfilled 2 dreams with 1 Jane Bank savings plan, you know. I further my education and I make mama proud.
Stop wishing you could. With your Jane Bank savings, you absolutely can. Jane Bank will help you find a way. After the first year, your little one's brain continues to develop rapidly. NAN3 with its advanced formula, specially designed for children from 1 year, keeps their development on track, helps nurture their possibilities with the exclusive combination of optimized protein, HMO, probiotics, and DHA. NAN3, nurturing their possibilities. NAN3 is not a breast milk substitute. It is specially suited to children from 1 year onward.
Jamaica Hospital Supplies has medical equipment for health at home.
We have oxygen supplies,
wheelchairs,
digital blood pressure machines,
adult diapers,
Sure Comfort diabetic supplies,
CareSense blood sugar meters,
humidifiers, incentive spirometers,
urinals, bedpans, leg bags,
CPAP supplies, body fat scales and catheters. Jamaica Hospital Supplies for all your home care needs. 66.5 Halfway Tree Road. Call 929-2850. Visit our website for more information.
NIS pensioners, avoid the wait. Get your NIS pension straight to your bank account. It's easy. Simply visit the Ministry of Labor and Social Security's website, mlss.gov.jm, or the nearest NIS office and collect the direct deposit application form. Then complete the form and submit it along with supporting documents to the NIS office nearest you. Avoid crowds and long lines. Get your money when you want it. The National Insurance Scheme, always working for you.
Importers, are you clearing non-commercial shipments such as barrels and packages this Christmas? Join the Jamaica Customs Agency for a riveting online forum on contactless clearance and the new Customs mobile app. Wednesday, November 22, 2023, starting at 10 a.m. under the theme, Customs Clearance Made Easier Through Digital Transformation. Importers, clearing customs is now easier with contactless clearance. So, click, connect, and converse with customs by visiting our website at jacustoms.gov.jm to register and to participate. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
Jamaica and its workforce are advancing quickly. Life-changing opportunities are arising. You need training and support. We are the Renewed Heart NSTA Trust, committed to providing new and emerging skills training and opportunities. Come to Heart. We'll help you claim your place in the workforce of the future.
Home is where you put down your roots. So at Sagicor Bank, we designed a mortgage with everything you need to own your home easier. Get up to 100% financing, fast processing time, up to $100,000 cash back to assist with expenses, a competitive interest rate, plus an unsecured loan of up to $2 million to go solar at home, and a special rate on home insurance. Let's help you put down your roots. Call 888-SAGICOR to apply for your Sagicor Bank mortgage. Conditions apply.
Welcome back to the Morning Watch. I'm your host, Stokeley Marshall. We are in the first watch. We're having a very interesting discussion with two persons here. Andrea Davis, co-author of UNESCO Caribbean AI Policy Roadmap, author of the white paper on the extension of Jamaica's copyright protection term, and Vivian Rose, manager of the copyright and related rights branch of the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office. And the topic is copyright laws, artificial intelligence, and artists. Now, although we were making, let me say even though before the break, I was making a joke about AI stealing your work as a creative person, isn't it possible, Vivian Rose, posing this one to you, isn't it possible that we inadvertently, expressly, or even impliedly agreed to AI using our work without even knowing it or realizing it? Maybe carelessly. When we go on some of these websites and we click accept to the terms and the conditions, which many of us do not read, because you just want to get onto the website, you just want to get this email address, you just want to be able to do your browsing. Is it possible that we are agreed at that point, especially when these terms and conditions are updated? And when they're updated, sometimes we don't read them. Vivian Rose.
All right, that's a good question, Mr. Marshall, but I wouldn't agree that the creatives are intentionally or unintentionally allowing AI to utilize their work. In this regard, the law is pretty clear. You're utilizing somebody's work, you need their permission. That's one of the rights afforded to the copyright owner.
When you clicked I accept, you don't think somewhere embedded in those terms and conditions there might be some clause that allows them to take your work and use it for profit? I'm asking.
Not within the realm of the law. The law has exceptions, right? And the exception is termed fair dealing. And included in fair dealing is for research purposes, so educational purposes, reporting on current events and criticisms. More often times, AI wouldn't fall within these categories, and each of these categories are determined on a case-by-case basis, and this is to protect the creative persons. So if you're putting out your work in the public, it's going to have more persons able to access it, but being able to access it doesn't mean you're able to just use it whichever way you please without the person's permission. So the law is there to protect against this kind of usage.
Andrea Davis, what is the role, if any, in terms of UNESCO? Are you an agency in this regard?
Well, UNESCO, obviously, like WIPO, is responsible for the global regime as it relates to intellectual property and creativity and culture and preservation and all these other aspects of humanity that make us uniquely different from our machines. But at this point, it's here to help guide and offer best practices and options, strategies for governments around the world to begin to prepare, not begin, but continue to prepare for what is one of the most transformational periods in human history, when AI will lead a new reality for us all, as it's been rolling out, especially in the last 24 months, with things like OpenGPT, OpenChatGPT, and other software and AI that allow images, music, and text to be generated in seconds. Things that took us hundreds of years to create are now being able to be replicated and imitated with AI. Recently, there was a viral video of Drake and Weeknd's singing a duet, something that did not exist, but using the sound and likeness of both artists in a way that was for many indiscernible in terms of what was real and not. And you have now, you mentioned about taking your work off the internet. Unfortunately, the internet is our new highway. The internet is where most and all commerce happens and will continue to happen. And so one of the challenges being met is not how to keep your work off, but how to stay on and cloud the AI from imitating you. So there are new softwares like Glaze that will force the AI to see the art, because machines see things different than we do. And so when it imitates a piece of artwork or artist's work, it will do so with content, but not with style. And so the end user, the consumer may be better able to discern what is real from unreal. But ultimately, the defense against all of this lies in the legislation, lies in the law. And it really is going to be, this is one of those industries that must be regulated, not an option. And so the ability of our legal structure framework to protect and put in place. So far, the courts have upheld that the creation of new works, because AI's impact is twofold. It's the scraping of our AI, of our IP, in terms of building their data and machine learning large language models, but it's also in the production of new works. And the line of copyright currently in favor of works having to have human input, right? It is a protection reserved for human beings. But challenges continue to happen and will continue to happen the more AI becomes integrated in creativity. And at what point is the work of the AI as opposed to being the work of ourselves? And obviously underpinning that, where did AI, as Mr. Rose said, where did AI get its knowledge from? Other people's works who have not been compensated, who did not grant permission. So you have a group of artists right now doing a class action in the US, led by someone who has done a lot of graphics for Hollywood, only to find her work had been scraped, not only her public work, but her fine art collection without her permission. And so they are suing the tech companies. The tech companies are pushing back to say that this open domain space is just like human beings. We take inspiration from other ideas, so it's nothing different with the machine. The difference is the machine can do in seconds what took us hundreds of years to do. And so it's a tipping point we're at right now in terms of the impact. And not to mention, sorry, last point, the replacement of a lot of jobs within the creatives. For instance, in film, in the recent Hollywood strike, it would have been AI. It is AI's ability to create, for instance, when you have those mass crowd scenes, we no longer need 2,000 extras being employed in costume to create that. And the costume designers and all the ecosystem that feeds, we can generate this artificially, and all those people are out of work. We can take an artist's image and likeness and sound and replicate it without their permission at this point, and therefore you don't need the artist anymore. You don't need the actor anymore. You don't need the director anymore. A lot of these IP generating, revenue generating jobs will be gone.
Only because of time, I'm going to ask Mr. Rose to have the last word here at this point. But before that, for the benefit of the listeners, just to indicate or remind or advise that UNESCO means United Nations Agency for Education, Science, Culture, Communications, and information. Am I correct, Madam Davis?
Goes like that. It's a long acronym, but it's an arm of the UN that deals with
yes. Well, to be more clinical, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. Mr. Rose, sir, any final comments in terms of what Jamaica is going to be doing about all of this?
All right, certainly. So, as Ms. Davis rightly indicated, it's not something that can be ignored. So discussions have been started regarding how AI will be regulated locally and at international level. So discussions have begun as to
Can you imagine a DJ from an inner city community realizing that his food is being taken from him by a computer, by a software, by AI? This is what he's looking for, to escape from poverty.
That's correct. Because Ms. Davis said the way it is now, it will take a lot of jobs away because they won't need.
And a graphic artist, someone who paints. We have to have another discussion on this.
Yeah, but thankfully the law requires, as Ms. Davis says, a human element. So that's what safeguarding or holding the flood.
We must have another discussion on this. I want to thank you both this morning, Mr. Rose Andrea Davis for being with us in the morning watch in this first watch. I think we need to continue this discussion. Thank you so much for your time and for your thoughts.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Listeners, please stay with us. We'll be right back on the morning watch.
Anything possible with a little savings in your hand.
The time by Jan Bank is
7:30 and a half.
Follow Grace Sardine, better flavor. Grace Sardine with the chef and the making up. Follow the pan with pepper, better the winner. Shop on supermarkets, everybody sell it. Do all of them nice. Pass the part, make push it.
Grace Sardines, follow the better flavor.
Christmas is togetherness. Flow is giving you their best. Christmas is special savings. That's just what Flow is bringing. Christmas is the joy of giving. Flow has just what you've been wishing. Flow is a celebration. Free phone and earbuds for you.
Get a free Samsung phone and earbuds when you sign up for Flow Yard and Road for only $4,999 plus GCT.
Flow makes Christmas bright and blue because it's all inspired by
Visit
you.
the Flow store to sign up today. Conditions apply.
Black Friday Mega Madness, Black Friday Mega Madness, Black Friday Mega Madness. We have never had a sale this big. Get ready, Jamaica. This one is massive. November 27 to 29. It's the Black Friday Mega Madness weekend at Home and Things. Every single item in store is 30 to 70% off this Friday only. And catch the Saturday and Sunday specials too. Black Friday Mega Madness weekend is on at Home and Things, Old Road and Constant Spring Road. It's a Mega Madness weekend.
NIS pensioners, avoid the wait. Get your NIS pension straight to your bank account. It's easy. Simply visit the Ministry of Labor and Social Security's website, mlss.gov.jm, or the nearest NIS office and collect the direct deposit application form. Then complete the form and submit it along with supporting documents to the NIS office nearest you. Avoid crowds and long lines. Get your money when you want it. The National Insurance Scheme, always working for you.
Entering Tang Make It Big promotion is so easy. From June 19 to September 9, participate for a chance to win over $1 million in cash and prizes, including smartphone, smart TV, and laptop, or be one of 3 monthly winners of $100,000. Just buy any 6 packs of any flavor of Tang. You have 4 ways to enter: www.tangpromotion.com, WhatsApp 876-571-9645, PO Box Mail number 2010 CSO, or in-store Dropbox. Grand prize draw September 22. Enter now and win. Authorized under Section 58 of the Betting Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Once upon a time, there was a girl named Kay. She loved to dance and play. One day at school, she got very ill, and Mom was left with an unbearable bill. It would be easier if Mom was prepared. With School Companion, 80% of the bill is cleared. Medical care for children is a must for as low as $2,400 per month. Make unbearable medical bills go away. Sign up for Surgical School Companion today.
From generation to generation, Jamaicans have depended on J&B Bank to make the pride and joy of providing a safe place for their families possible. Now, with no processing fees and no down payment mortgage options, you can open the door to your own sweet home, a legacy to hand to your next generation. Visit jnbank.com to get pre-approved today. J&B Bank will help you find a way.
St. Richard's Roman Catholic.
Welcome back to the Morning Watch. I'm your host, Stokeley Marshall. Let's take a look now at the newspapers and other news sources to see what Jamaicans and others are saying and doing. And we have in the Jamaica Observer, among the many stories there, golden handshake. Golden handshake. Leachin, that is Michael Leachin, Hilton and Cohen show united front after $6 billion settlement. $6 billion. This story by Dashan Hendricks, business content manager at the Jamaica Observer. And there's a photograph here of the 3 gentlemen being or having all smiles, all 3 of them smiling whilst the picture of them was taken. We have in the Gleaner, PIOJ, the Planning Institute of Jamaica, reports estimated 1.9% growth for September 2023 quarter. A photograph of the Director General of the PIOJ, Dr. Wayne Henry. There, we turn now to Loop Jamaica News. This story creating quite a little bit of stir amongst some owners, operators of the privately owned public passenger vehicles. JUTC fares to be slashed in half to combat inflation. Already there is concern being expressed from at least one group of individuals who provide public transportation privately to commuters. Those and many other stories in our various news sources. Of course, coming up next, we'll read some of the feedback from our Facebook and WhatsApp question, which is, what is your wish for Christmas? What is your wish for Christmas? If you haven't done so yet, leave a comment on our Facebook or YouTube Love 101 FM Jamaica Live, and also WhatsApp comments and voice notes too. 876-9973-125 using the hashtag Morning Watch. We'll be right back.
St. Richard's Roman Catholic Church presents a crusade, Won't God Do It? Bringing Christ to the World, with guest speaker Father Maurice J. Nutt. It's on the church grounds at 126 Red Hills Road, Kingston 19, Monday to Wednesday, November 20 to 22 at 6 o'clock each evening. Join the St. Richard's Roman Catholic Church and bring Christ to the world.
Gotta tell somebody, just can't keep it to myself.
Training men to treat you right. Sounds like a discussion you'd want to have, don't? But let's have it from the man perspective. Join us on the mailbox this Wednesday, November 22 at 5:30 p.m. with your usual co-hosts Kevin Bailey and Courtney Morrison for Training Men to Treat Women Right. That's the family station Love 101, celebrating 30 years of music, family, and love.
Yes. Strong man, integrity man, I am a man. Hey man.
Another World of Worship Wednesday is coming your way inside Alive 1 to 5, November 22, 2023, packed with worship, fun, and information. Stick around for the brain testing Menticize at 1:45. Power Blast will come your way at 2 o'clock. More power, more power. 2:15, we feature Shanna Wilson as our worship artist of the day. At 3 p.m., we bring you the hot topic. Join us to find out what's trending. All this and more will come your way inside Alive 1 to 5 p.m. This World of Worship Wednesday, November 22, with Sarah and the Trippy One on the family station Love 101, celebrating 30 years of music, family, and love.
Welcome back to the Morning Watch. I'm your host, Stokeley Marshall. Let's take a look now at how our Facebook and WhatsApp friends answer today's question. What is your wish for Christmas? Juka.
All right, so we have many responses here. The first one comes to us from, I think it's Sister Ennis, I believe. The topic, well, the wishes, my wish for Xmas would definitely be my tuition for my doctoral studies in January. This is from Sister Ennis. Let me see. Edna from Montego Bay. She sent a voice message. Let's hear what she says.
Good morning, Morning Watch. Good morning, Love 101 listeners and staff. My wish for Christmas this year is that every single family will find love in their heart and share love this Christmas. My wish is that no one will be found hungry during the season and beyond. Let love flow this Christmas. The greatest thing we have to share is love. Let us share it.
Thank you so much, Edna. Sister Ingrid says, my wish is always for the day when there is little or no crime. It sicks me every time I hear of a crime. People, like we live as one. Monica says she wishes that there will be an end to the rampant crime, violence, corruption, political tribalism, crassness, morality plaguing the nation. A kinder, loving, gentler Jamaica. And Sister Benjamin is the final one. Sister Benjamin on WhatsApp has a response as well.
Good morning, Jigal. Good morning. I don't remember his name. My wish for Christmas is to have life. Yes, life, health, and strength. Not in the hospital. Yes, moving about. You understand? Yeah, man. Bless up.
All right, thank you so much, Sister Ingrid. Those are the responses that we have on WhatsApp.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jakal. We go right into the second watch. And what began as a simple act of giving has blossomed, grown into an 11-year-long annual tradition, celebrating the joy of generosity and the power of community. Each Christmas, JNCB invites Jamaicans to join in a movement that transcends the festive season, creating lasting change in the lives of those who need it the most. It is called the Grant a Wish program. Our guests this morning to look at the Grant a Wish program are Kenai Skeen, Director, JNCB Foundation, and Emilia Candy Isaacs, Grant a Wish recipient, also visually impaired. Emilia Candy Isaacs, Kenai Skeen, good morning to you both.
Good morning, thank you for having me.
What
Good
is the
morning,
Grant?
good morning. Thanks for having me.
Great having you both. What is the Grant a Wish program? Starting with you, Kenai Skeen.
So let me give you a little history on the Grant a Wish program. Since 2012, NCB Foundation has helped to spread hope across Jamaica. So really what began as a simple act of giving blossomed into an annual tradition, and that is where we celebrate joy and generosity and the power of community. So each year we invite Jamaicans to join us in a movement that transcends in the festive season, and we create lasting change in the lives of those who need it the most. For more than a decade, Grant a Wish has touched the lives of many. We're talking from Kingston all the way to Negril. We have equipped schools with technology, provide medical aid to those who need it the most, support charitable organizations, in their noble causes, and recognize unsung heroes who work tirelessly in their community.
And Emilia Isaacs is a beneficiary?
Yes, she is.
Well, let's bring her in right now, Emilia Candy Isaacs. Candy is your pet name, nickname?
My pet name, yes.
And how has the Grant a Wish program benefited you?
Okay, so voicing ads has always been my dream. Singing in advertisements has always been my dream. And so the NCB Foundation, having heard me performed at the Level Up 2023 grant, they decided to include me in their advertisement for the Grant a Wish
Candy,
promotion. And
if we can call you Candy, can you hold that thought 1 second? You sound like you're going to say something very interesting, but we are already upon a break. Listeners, please stay with us. A very inspiring story. We'll be right back on the Morning Watch.
Sardine for the
chef and the beginner. Follow the one with pepper, that are the winner. Shop on supermarket, everybody
Great
selling.
sardines, follow the better flavor.
The time is 7:45 a.m.
Another World of Worship Wednesday is coming your way inside Alive 1 to 5, November 22, 2023, packed with worship, fun, and information. Stick around for the brain testing Menticize at 1:45. Power Blast will come your way at 2 o'clock. More power, more power. 2:15, we feature Shanna Wilson as our worship artist of the day. At 3 p.m., we bring you the hot topic. Join us to find out what's trending. All this and more will come your way inside Alive 1 to 5 p.m. This World of Worship Wednesday, November 22, with Sarah and the Chirpy One on the family station Love 101, celebrating 30 years of music, family, and love.
Watch the trend, big up the trend, TREND. Big up the trend for education, teachers and the students. A fully bright future, yes, that are the new trend. Better governance, partner with the parents. Follow the big trend, elevate the youth them. Improve the school's track performance, access and attendance. From infant, primary to university students. Turn up the skills training, full steam, we again. Follow the big trend.
This is Trend, Transforming Education for National Development, a program designed by the Ministry of Education and Youth to transform Jamaica's education system for a brighter tomorrow.
Looking to own a home and put down your roots? Join us at the Sagicor Bank Mortgage Boutique this Saturday, November 18, Duke and Tower Street branch, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Apply for your mortgage on location and get a competitive mortgage rate. 0.25% off commitment fee, on-site pre-qualification, $20,000 gift voucher for appliances, a Sagicor Bank Star Savings account with $5,000 for your child, plus on mortgage approval. You could be one of 3 winners of a patio set, living room set, or inverter AC with free installation. The Sagicor Bank Mortgage Boutique this Saturday, Duke and Tower Street branch, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58(3) of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Jamaica and its workforce are advancing quickly. Life-changing opportunities are arising. You need training and support. We are the Renewed Heart NSTA Trust, committed to providing new and emerging skills training and opportunities. Come to Heart. We'll help you claim your place in the workforce of the future.
Yummy full of flavor, pineapple, coconut and ginger. Yeah. Everybody love the yummy old time full of ox them. Tell them all around good vibes, full of love style and the full of well nice. New coconut flavor done right, just like one time. Yummy full of with beer or full of with cheese. No butter pop mine. Yummy full of flavor, pineapple, coconut and ginger. Everybody love the new coconut full of ox them. All around good vibes. Yummy full of all around good vibes.
NIS pensioners, avoid the wait. Get your NIS pension straight to your bank account. It's easy. Simply visit the Ministry of Labor and Social Security's website, mlss.gov.jm, or the nearest NIS office and collect the direct deposit application form. Then complete the form and submit it along with supporting documents to the NIS office nearest you. Avoid crowds and long lines. Get your money when you want it. The National Insurance Scheme, always working for you.
Welcome back to the Morning Watch. I'm your host, Stokeley Marshall. We are in the second watch, and our topic for this second watch is granting wishes. Our guests are Kanai Skeen Director, JNCB Foundation, and Camellia Candy Isaacs, recipient of the Grant a Wish Initiative program, as the case may be, and she is visually impaired. Now, Camellia Candy Isaacs, just before the break, you were indicating to us how you came to be a part of this program, and you had always wanted to use your voice in the creative space. Please continue.
Okay, so I was saying, can you hear me?
Certainly, we can hear you.
Beautiful. So I was saying, they heard me perform, the NCB Foundation, they heard me perform at their Level Up 2023 grant. And they decided to include me in their Grant a Wish promotion advertisement. Now, as I said earlier, before the break, that voiceovers and singing in advertisements is something that I've always wanted to do. So in this case, my wish has been granted. Hello?
Interestingly, I apologize for that slight break there. I was a little bit muted there. Timelia Candy Isaacs, thank you so much in terms of your, indicating to us how the program has impacted you. Kanai Skeen, Director of JNCB Foundation. What are the categories of focus in terms of this initiative or this program, sir? Because we have heard what Timelia Isaacs has said, but there might be other things. Can you give us some more
You can
information?
call me Candy. Feel free to call me Candy.
No problem, Candy. We will do that. Mr. Skeen.
So for this year, beneficiaries from the program will receive a share of 15 million, and there are 5 categories of wishes that can be granted this year.
So the winner will win all $15 million?
Not at all, not at all, not at all. We have...
You have $15 million worth of what? Prizes or cash?
Yes,
cash?
And it is really, yes, grant a wish. So we have a first place winner, we have a second place and a third place winner, and then we have other cash donations.
Are you able to say how much cash the first place winner will get?
Well, I'd like to answer your first question, which is the categories, and then I'll tell you the categories. So charities, registered charitable organization seeking additional funding. From time to time, there are other organizations that really needs our help. Schools and technology. So school needing improvement in their computer lab because the foundation is also big on technology, or to provide laptops or tablets. Community heroes, and this is one of my favorites.
Provide those to students?
Yes, we do provide those, and it's part of the donation. So it's really cash plus gifts. So it's really a part of the 15 million. So not all of it is cash. So charity, community heroes, individuals who demonstrate extraordinary dedication and selflessness in addressing social, environmental, humanitarian issues to improve their community. And I'm big on that. Persons with disability, and unfortunately, those are the persons society tend to ignore a lot. Individuals with disabilities who require additional support, accommodation, or service due to physical, intellectual, emotional, or other challenges that they may have. And medical assistance, individuals seeking assistance, and we all know the cost of that nowadays with medical expenses. So we pay directly to the medical facility or even to the pharmacy if you require medication. So to answer your next question, the first place is $1 million. That's the prize structure. Second place, 500,000, and third place, $250,000. However, in addition to that, our foundation board of directors, which include myself and the executives at NCB, also will get a chance to pick their own grant a wish and make donations to those as well, which I have done last year, and that one was quite touching. I did West Haven Home for Children in Cops, Hanover, and I visited it, and it was quite hard.
Any special stories you want to share with us from past years in terms of this initiative, because you've been doing this for over 10 years?
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. So, patient care assistant Jelani Merchant, and a lot of people would have recognized her, National Chest Hospital. We all fell in love with her warmth, her dedication at the height of the COVID pandemic, and she was like a beacon. We had Camille Pusey, a staff member who was burned to the ground, and we were able to assist her in restarting her life with a substantial cash prize. Claudia Mendez, a young TikTok educator who is now on the path of her dreams to become a doctor, and we have also assisted through the Grant a Wish program with that. So those are some of the three that we have assisted in the past.
You know, forgive me, can I skiing, but for the rest of the program,
Is fine.
For the rest of the program, I might refer to your initiative as the Grant a Blessing initiative, because some of us Christians, we shy away from words like wish and luck.
No problem.
But in your Grant a Blessing initiative, sir, what role, if any, will Candy be playing in this initiative? What role, if any?
So Candy definitely, you would have known she's part of our advertisement, and that is bringing awareness. So Candy's role is really through the advert is bringing awareness to Jamaica about the Grant a Wish program, and I think that's it for me. That's a huge role. That is a huge role.
It is a huge role, and I thoroughly am overwhelmed. I mean, I really am overwhelmed playing such a huge role, and I had fun doing that ad. I must say, I thoroughly enjoyed myself doing that ad.
And I do enjoy it myself too. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes. I can hear the excitement in Candy's voice. Any other comments you want to leave with us, Candy, before we wrap today?
Well, I encourage Jamaica to participate in the Grant a Wish promotion. I mean, grant a blessing, as you would say. Yes, I get it right away. All right. So, yes, I would encourage all Jamaicans, to look for someone who you think you could make their Christmas, make them smile for not just a Christmas, but for a lifetime. Because you writing into the NCB Foundation, telling them what this person's wish is, and that person happens to come out the winner, or even among the top 3, or even one of those happens to receive one of those cash donations, you might not just benefit them for the Christmas alone, but you benefit them for a lifetime. So support.
Yes, and the recognition is something that you can't really measure, can you, Candy?
No, you can't. Honestly, you can't.
It's
immeasurable.
Yes. That personal impact it has on you going forward, and of course, you're able to use your voice in a particular way. You were able to do so, and you're still able to use your voice going forward, and your persona.
Right. Yes,
and your persona in this initiative.
I must tell you that at the end of the video shoot and recording and all of that, I was moved to tears because, as I said, it was my dream. It has always been my dream to do advertisements. And so thanks a million to the NCB Foundation for granting my wish, not just for Christmas, but for a lifetime.
For a lifetime. I want to thank, NCB Foundation for this initiative. And I want to thank you, Director of the NCB Foundation, Kanai Skeen, and of course, Candy Isaacs. Thank you for your time, and thank you for sharing this extremely powerful and inspiring story and initiative with us. Thank you so much.
Certainly, my pleasure.
Thank you, listeners, for being with us today, and join us again tomorrow as we look at other topical and controversial issues. Visit the Love 101 FM YouTube channel and Facebook page for this and all other Love 101 FM programs. And of course, listen to the Morning Watch on our Love 101 app and stay connected to us, the family station, Love 101 FM, the #1 gospel station in Jamaica. This has been the Morning Watch. Thanks to our producer, Kathy Gale, and to our guests. I am Stokeley Marsh, and hand it back to Love in the Morning with Chicago.
Thank you so much, Stokeley. We want to thank you, our listeners, for tuning into the Morning Watch, and it was brought to you by the kind sponsorship of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, providing opportunity, stability, and social protection.